Hey, this is Michael Van Horn, the Social Chef. With me in my kitchen today, I have a special guest. His name is?
Ned.
And Ned, where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
All right, and what are we going to make today?
Today we're making some friendly meals,
Yeah.
tacos.
Some kid-friendly meals, right? Some chicken tacos.
Yep.
You like chicken, I hope?
Oh yeah.
You like all the stuff that's here?
Yep.
All right. I think it's really important that kids understand, the importance of cooking, what actually goes into it, not just buying processed food and stuff at McDonald's and places like that, but that they get to see what actually goes into the food and the whole process. So you're going to help me today?
Oh yeah.
You looking forward to it?
Yes.
All right. So like I said before, I think it's important that kids understand nutrition and eating healthy instead of eating all these fast food places. So, and I am the social chef, so I like to socialize, and I think bringing Ned in here and sharing the kitchen with you is going to be fun. You excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our chicken and we're going to cut that up and we're going to marinate a little bit in some olive oil, some cilantro, and some lime juice. And we'll let that stay in the refrigerator for a little bit and marinate. Then we're going to take these beans. I've already got some beans that I've soaked overnight, so I just want to see. We're going to be making some black beans, and I've got a lot of different stuff here. We're going to be making a cucumber sauce. It's going to go over that. So we're going to cut down and watch our calories a little bit. So we're going to use a sour cream, but we're going to use reduced sour cream, and we're going to use some yogurt. We're going to use a no-fat yogurt, and we're going to put in some cucumbers in here. We'll put in a little bit of onion, cilantro, and lime juice, and we're going to stick that in the refrigerator as well and let that sit. So by the time everything's ready to go, it'll be a little bit more flavorful. Okay? All right. So we'll be back in a little bit. First thing we're going to do, Ned and I are going to cut this chicken up, and we're going to get it ready for going into the refrigerator so it marinates. All right, I'm back with Ned, and now we're going to start preparing our chicken tacos. And what we're going to do here first, Ned, is we're going to clean the chicken. Okay, we're going to get rid of some of that fat that's on there. Now, you want to try to buy, you can use this with turkey. You can use rotisserie chicken that you buy maybe at the store. Maybe your mom or dad buys that, and then you just pull the excess off, or turkey, however, whatever you want to make. But it's really important that all of your products and the things that you buy, you clean them really well. Especially like your fruits and vegetables and things like that. You want to rinse them and wash them really good and let them dry, or towel dry them with a paper towel. But always clean everything. The other thing is keeping your area in which you cook clean. So if you notice, I have a cutting board here, but I put another cutting board on top because I'm going to be using chicken, and I don't like my chicken going into this particular cutting board, so I use two cutting boards. This one's strictly for meat, so anytime I'm using meat, and when I'm done, you're going to wash this, and we're going to wash this really good, just in case anything got on here, because you got to be healthy.
Yeah.
That's number one, right?
Yeah.
You can't eat if you're sick.
Yeah.
All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to cut away some of this fat. Okay. Now I suggest that you have an adult do this. All right. You don't want to be playing with the knives, but I'll show you a few techniques on cutting, just so when you get older and you're ready to start cooking on your own, you'll be able to teach this to your friends back home, your brothers, mom. Okay, so we got that one cleaned up, and then we'll do this one as well. We're going to get rid of some of this fat. Get rid of some of that fat, and then we'll slice them up into little pieces. And we're going to marinate this chicken for a couple hours, so it'll help tenderize it and go from there, okay?
Yep.
So now we got it cleaned pretty good, and I'm just going to come down. Now look, see how I take my fingers when I cut? I put my fingers like this, not out like this. This is how you cut your fingers off, all right? So I always put them like this, and then my blade just goes right across here. You never get cut, okay? So I just cut little slices like that. And relatively thin. You don't have to be perfect with it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in a glass bowl. We're going to squeeze some fresh lime juice on it. We're going to put in some of that cilantro that we cleaned up, and a little bit of cumin to give it some flavor. We got our chicken all cut up. We're ready to go with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to marinate this for a little bit. And we're going to put some fresh cilantro in here. We're going to put some fresh lime juice in here and a little bit of cumin. And you know what I forgot? I knew I forgot something. We forgot garlic. So we're going to put some garlic in here, but we'll get that in a little bit. All right, so here, I'm going to have you do this, but I'll show you how to do one. You're going to stick your fork in like this, aim this down towards the dish here, and then squeeze. And as you squeeze, just go back and forth, and then just keep pulling this out, and you can slide it back and forth. You see that?
Yep.
So we're going to get all of that lime juice out of it. This will help tenderize or give a little bit of flavor to it, okay? Think you can do that?
Yep.
I know you can. That's it. Now aim it down a little bit more. That, boy. There you go. And squeeze it, and then you can just re-grip it. So, all right, there you go. Keep it turned down like that so you don't get it in your eye. Because if you get it in your eyes, let me tell you, you're going to know it. You just go in there. Your hands really good and dry, or are they still a little moist? Make sure it's good and dry, because if not, when you pick this up, it's going to stick to your fingers. Is that good?
Yep.
All right. So just go in there and take a pinch with your fingers. That's it. You can put a little bit more in there.
Okay.
Good. And just go like this, right over top. Attaboy. And a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. So it equates out to about 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. That adds a good flavor. We're going to put a little bit of salt in here. And this is no iodine in my salt. This is like a sea salt. This is a better salt. It's a little better for you. All right? And as you reminded me before, I almost forgot this, but you reminded me. We've got to put a little bit of olive oil in here. And we'll put a little bit of fresh pepper. Okay? And then I'm just going to put some garlic in here and some cilantro, so you can help me with the cilantro.
Okay.
And we'll put some of that in here. This adds a really good flavor. What we're going to do now, Ned, is we're going to peel the garlic. Okay? What you do is you put your knife down like that. You can just tap on your knife like that. And look what happens. That outer skin comes right off. Okay? So then, I'm just going to go like this, put my fingers like I showed you before.
Yep.
And I'm just going to go back and forth like this and cut my garlic. Okay? We don't need to cut it real, just chop it up a little bit. Stir it around, fold it under like I showed you there. Attaboy. That's it. Just stir it around. That's it. So we're just going to make sure it's coated really good with all the olive oil and all that the cilantro.
Yep.
That's it. Good. Yeah, I want you to take it. Just stir it around, fold it under like I showed you there. Attaboy. That's it. Just stir it around. That's it. So we're just going to make sure it's coated really good with all the olive oil and all that the cilantro.
Yep.
All right, Ned. Good job. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cover this. You always want to cover. You put chicken and stuff like this in the refrigerator. You want to cover it. And we'll put it in the refrigerator and we'll let this marinate a little bit. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our beans. Okay? We're going to season them with a little salt and pepper. We'll put some onion in there and we're going to let those cook up for a little bit. It's going to take a good hour, maybe even longer for those to cook up. We'll be back in a little bit. Now we're going to prepare our beans because they take a little while for them to cook in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an onion. We're going to mince an onion. We're going to saute this in a little bit of olive oil. And then we're going to add in our beans and we'll put in a little bit of salt and pepper. You can put in a little lime if you like. There's different ways of making them. I was just in Brazil and they are crazy about their rice and beans. But I'll tell you what, they were the best rice and beans that I think I've ever had. Now I'm going to mince up this onion. Okay? And I just come in here and go like this. I like mine relatively fine. I don't want to be biting into big chunks of onion in my beans. Do you like onions?
Yeah.
Good. So we're going to also have some in our tacos.
Awesome.
All right, and we're good. We'll just saute those up a little bit of olive oil, and then we'll add our beans, and then we'll start cutting up all of our vegetables after we do what? Clean them, right?
Yeah.
Got to clean them. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to add our onion and our garlic that we cut up. You want to go ahead and add that?
Okay, thanks.
That's it. Go ahead, dump it right in there. All right. Perfect. Good. Good. So we'll let that saute up here for about 2 to 3 minutes. We'll put that on a medium-high heat. And they're just going to get a little bit soft and we don't want to burn our onion. We're going to add our beans. We'll put a little bit of water in that. We'll cover that, and we'll let that cook for a little bit. You can even add a little beer. Sometimes people cook them actually with beer, and it gives a little different flavor. We're going to put cilantro and a little bit of lime in there, maybe a little bit of lime zest, and let that cook in there. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so that's cooked up pretty well. I'm just going to add my beans. Put that in. I'll put in a little bit of water, bring that to a boil, and then I'm going to reduce the heat, let it cover. I'm going to let that cook for probably a good 90 minutes. So now we're going to make a cucumber sauce.
Okay.
Sound good? We're going to put equal parts of sour cream and yogurt. Put that right in there like that. I'll come in here, same with the sour cream. I'm going to put a little bit of red onion in here as well. So I'm going to mix this up really fine. I'm not going to put a lot in. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. I'm going to put that in really fine. A little bit of garlic. All right. So we just mix that around really good. Put a little bit of salt in here. And we'll let that sit for a good hour or so where those beans are cooking. And I'll go play a game of PlayStation and kick your butt. How's that?
Okay.
You on? All right. Good job. All right. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, Ned. So the only thing we have left here to do is finish cutting up these vegetables, and we're going to make a little bit of guacamole. Does that sound good?
Yep.
What'd you learn today?
You have to clean your vegetables.
You got to clean them really good because it's healthy to clean. Okay, so that's a good thing that I learned. Here's another tip for you. Color means health. So eating things with a lot of color and things that that you buy fresh versus stuff that sits on the shelf for years and doesn't go bad, you can continue to eat, not good. So I'm just going to finish cutting up these peppers, and then we will I'll make a little bit of guacamole, and we're going to start cooking up the chicken. Sound good?
Yep.
All right. So a lot of color in there, right? Mm-hmm. I like the orange too. Pretty cool color. I just bought some orange pants before I went over to Europe because they dress a little different than they do here in the States. They're a little bit take a little bit more risk than we Americans do. Okay, so we'll just finish this up and we'll get cooking. See you in a little bit. Ned, what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of olive oil, put that in our pan, and we've already got we had this marinating. We'll put this in here, cook this chicken up, and we'll remove the chicken, we'll cover it with some foil to keep it warm. All right, Ned, chicken's done. So we're going to remove this chicken, put the chicken on a plate, and then we're going to come in and we'll put our onions and peppers. It's got the flavor of the chicken and that lime. I'll put a little bit more olive oil in here. I'll squeeze a little bit of lime juice. Perfect. All right, Ned, how's it look?
Good.
Looks pretty good. We are done. So we have our shells over here. Be careful, this is really hot.
Yeah.
Remove that from the beans. Put that over there for now. And we got two different types of tortillas. We got corn and we got a whole wheat. So we'll put one in here for you and a whole wheat. Okay?
Okay.
Come in here. Put peppers and onions. Here, chicken, and then we can dress it up however you want. Put guacamole in here, we got lettuce, we got tomato, whatever you want, some beans. What do you think?
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, so listen, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Social Chef, right?
Yep.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
And are you hungry?
Oh
You've been waiting a long time for this. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we really appreciate it. Have a good night.